Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you for your personal growth and spiritual development. And here's another in a series of presentations on me, Mike Garner, witnessing the world. And as a witness, as an observer, as you are, if you put yourself into that place of detachment, you can view what's going on around you, have awareness, mindfulness of it, without it getting to you. And that's a really good place to be. As you develop your consciousness and get self-mastery, which is what I'm all about, you want to be in a place where you can view things without necessarily letting them affect you. Learn to act and not react. Learn to be able to observe and witness, and to be able to step back and decide what you want to feel, how you want to feel. Because there's things in life that happen that you don't want, that would make you feel bad. So rather than diving in and just as a knee-jerk reaction, kicking off, losing the plot, you can be considered and decide what is the best way to go forward. Do this, do that, yes or no, up or down, left or right. And when you're able to do that, as I've been learning and teaching, you get a better life. You get more of what you want, less of what you don't want. Now, the world's changing for me. It's changing for you, but you might not be aware of it. As a younger man, you're on a roll, you're in the flow. And as you get older, you tend to sort of reflect back, look where you are, and project forward. And I teach that as a process. Looking back over the last 2 or 3 days, I've been on a roller coaster probably for the last 5 or 6 weeks, to be honest, as I've come back from Thailand, my project over there, and come back to see my family in the UK. Now, when I came here from Thailand, when I arrived at Bangkok airport, the travel booking office that arranged my flights messed up my flights. I was stuck thinking I wasn't going to be able to come to the UK, and I was on a deadline. I wanted to see my new grandchild. I had things arranged, people organised, and it didn't look like it was going to happen. Very close to kicking off, which is what the old Mike Garner would have done. But I decided to be mature, get control, which I did, take the necessary steps, the logical steps, got control of my emotions, focused my mind, and I managed to get a flight. It was stressful. It had the cause of that event created effects that I was very tired, but I was very grateful that I was able to deal with that in a positive, mature manner. And I've had a wonderful 5.5 weeks here, and I'm returning now. But at the moment, you'll notice that I'm doing this presentation from a room that I've never filmed from before, because this is my friend Alan Henson's house in Burnage, Manchester. It's an old school friend, and Burnage is where I was brought up. And I should be on a flight again now. I should be on my way to Dubai to get a connection through to Bangkok over the next sort of 24 hours. But I got an email this morning, 2 hours before I was to leave the house. In fact, I was asleep, saying that my flight had been messed up again. The booking office, for some reason, had got it wrong, and they were changing my flights, and the flights that they changed them for were totally unacceptable. And they wanted to mess me about, basically, and I wasn't having it. So all day today I've been corresponding with family in Thailand and friends in Thailand. I've been talking to the booking office, I've been talking with the airlines, I've been negotiating with my friends here. And I will tell you that there's a word that you would attach to it, which is nightmare. But at no time have I allowed myself to lose my mind, lose my focus, lose my balance. And making this presentation now, I thought, I don't want this to be about my story and how good I am at doing this. I want this to be about what can happen in life, because I'm fully aware that there's people with a lot more serious things going on than just a messed up flight. I know people who are in hospices at the moment. I know people who are having cancer treatments. I know people who are waiting for cancer diagnoses. I know people who are waiting for operations, who are post-operative and are disappointed. The nature of my work, these sorts of situations, life-changing things, traumas, dramas, are presented to me daily. So my little dilemma is a splash in the ocean for what some people are dealing with. But as you listen to this, what are you dealing with, and how are you dealing with it? Are you able to step back, breathe, relax your body, calm your nervous system, focus your mind, get some balance, and then physically be proactive to solve the problem? Or do you kick off, spit your dummy out, go into tears, fight, flight, do you freeze? Now, I'm all about teaching people how not to do that. But this isn't a promotion about this. This is an observation about what the world can throw at you. I think the reason that these things happen, apart from the fact that this has happened because of somebody's error, is that in the oneness, that person who made the error is connected to me. And subconsciously, it's a part of me that allows me to evolve from that error, from that mistake. It allows me, if you like, to test myself to see how well developed I am, whether my resources are in place, my coping strategies, to be able to deal with these sorts of situations. And I'm thankful to say it is. I've got a flight now for tomorrow. And although it's not what I want, it's given me longer with my friend here in Manchester. I managed to see my son this morning, which I wouldn't have done because he was shopping in Manchester, but he called in here to see me and we had lunch together. I've had some extra time to have some conversations with my UK people. So there is some positives that have come out of this, and as long as I dwell on the positives and the learning, then the whole experience isn't a nightmare, as I labelled it. It's a learning, it's a growing, it's an opportunity, it's a challenge. And you can rise to a challenge rather than be defeated by it and fall. You only fall or fail when you give up. So never give up. Decide today that you're never going to give up. Decide today that you're never going to lose your temper. And decide today that you're never going to argue. And decide today that you're never going to spit your dummy out and lose the plot. Because if you make that decision now, and decide today that you're never going to argue, because if you decide that today, and you live by that, and that's your value, that's your belief, that's your affirmation, then when these things happen, when the shit hits the fan, you'll shift. That's what I've done, I've shifted. I shifted into control. I became assertive and I dealt with it. I wasn't rude, but I was positive and forceful. I made sure that I got what I wanted. Not in an ego way, because it was just justice and it was fair that I got the outcome. I'd got a contract, I'd paid my fee, and I hadn't received the service. There was a fault. But we've rectified that now, and now we move on. And now I'm sharing that learning, and that's what you can do. You can learn, grow, rise to the challenge, overcome it, and then share the experience positively, share the learning. Don't moan about what went wrong. Share what you did right. So witnessing this now, that's where I am. So I didn't think I was going to be here tonight. I thought I was going to be on that plane, but I'm not. So I'm going to enjoy an evening with my friend in Manchester. I'll watch some more UK television tonight probably, because that's what he does. I'll make some more UK phone calls, because I can. And then I'll arrive in Thailand in 2 days' time, because I'm leaving tomorrow. But I'll arrive in 2 days' time, in time to have a positive, constructive Christmas, which I hope you do. So God bless. Keep checking back as I witness the world. Compare this with your own opportunity to witness. Rise above all obstacles. Be a winner. And if you need help, you know where I am. My name's Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com. Take care. God bless.